Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for September 13th through the 19th or whenever you click into the video. It is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll look into your person's energy and your energy. And a huge thank you to all of you that have been here before. I so appreciate all your support. And if you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below if you'd like. All right, so let's get into your energy and see what's going on for you guys. So in the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And then in your current energy, we have the Lovers in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Justice card. Then in the near future, we have the Queen of Wands in the upright, the Ten of Swords, and the Tower in reverse. So the overall energy right now is the Six of Pentacles. I actually like this because it feels like instead of there being one person giving more, which I sense is your energy, it's as if you give and give and give. And now I think you're pulling back and allowing yourself to not only recognize that you deserve to have somebody who gives as equally as you do, but it's also about putting up proper boundaries. So you may find yourself getting like this more and more as we keep moving through this energy. So at the new moon, it seems like things might have shifted for you. And there could have been a moment where you just said, you know what, I'm not going to give of myself so completely unless somebody deserves it and they reciprocate. We don't give to receive necessarily, but it is important that our relationships are balanced out. So I feel like you're coming to a place where you really understand that deeply, and it's helping you to initiate relationships that are going to give the same way that you do. All right, so in the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. This is kind of the same energy. The Seven of Swords in reverse to me is very much about vulnerability. Now, the Ten of Cups in reverse can create some instability there. If you're feeling that way because somebody hasn't brought forth the truth or they haven't been as honest and open as you had hoped, that's the same thing. It's like if you give that energy to somebody, you expect that in return. So there could be a relationship, it could be a friendship or any actual relationship in your life where you're sensing, you could just all the way around feel like you're finally at a place where you can still be vulnerable, but not allow others to create that feeling of unhappiness when they can't be forthright or trustworthy, or they're just not making or taking, I should say, the actions that they should, or the same ones that you do and the way that you give into a relationship. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. And then in the current energy, we have the Lovers in reverse with the Ace of Wands and the Justice card. I think this is similar energy, and I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over again, but it does feel like a sense of not shutting down completely, but if you're in a situation where something has broken apart, let's say you've been reviewing past relationships and this has helped you understand where you gave more of yourself, it's giving you this sense of, I can find a way to have new starts, new passionate relationships, new things that are balanced, because justice is all about Libra energy, which is very balanced. It's the fair card, if you will. They really do like fairness all the way around the board. So it seems as though there's something that's initiating that, and it's going to create more balance in your life in general. So this could have been, like I said, a realization within a relationship, and maybe that has already ended for you. You could even be in a new situation. We'll see when we clarify. And you're finding that because you're so passionate about what you have realized, that it creates that sense of balance just within and within your relationships. All right. So the near future, we have the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Tower in reverse. So the Queen of Wands, that's you standing strong, male or female, doesn't matter. She's very confident. She knows what she wants and she goes after what she wants. And I think that is just a natural trait of Pisceans, period. And here it says that even through some of the toughest, most difficult and trying relationships, you have put forth the effort and tried to stay as strong as possible and maintained your confidence within. Now, the Tower in reverse could say that things that have already fallen apart that felt very painful could be lingering a little bit. So you might be working through some of that energy still in the near future, especially if there was a relationship that might have recently ended. So it does seem like there's a recognition of feeling either abandoned or a sense of just betrayal. But you're standing strong. It's like you're facing it with everything that you've got. So the Tower in reverse just says something has already changed or shifted. It could have been for the better. Like, I do feel that is for the better. When you recognize your worth and you recognize what you deserve in any relationship, it gives you a sense of self, a sense of self-worth. And it feels really good when you get to that place. So we'll clarify that as well in just a moment. All right, so let's look at the Seven of Wands with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Now, I just heard for some of you, this isn't going to be for everybody, that if there was a marriage that had broken apart, that could be the energy in the recent past that was popping up, that was having you take a look at how things went, why they had come apart the way that they did, and how it didn't make you happy. Sometimes we need to know what doesn't make us happy so we understand even better what does make us happy. And then we have Justice in the reverse. Exactly, where things were not balanced, where you didn't feel really good or valued within your relationship or ships, meaning others, family members, friends, things like that. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, and that could create a sense of instability, or even sometimes it triggers insecurities. So we all have them, and it can throw you off balance and make you have to go within to ask yourself, why is this making me feel this way? What is it triggering for me? And it helps you understand what needs to heal so that you can move forward and attract the kind of relationships that you want to. All right, so let's look at the Lovers in reverse with the Ace of Wands. So we have the World card. That is a cycle coming to an end. That's beautiful energy. It means that now that you've had this awareness, it's really shifting and changing everything around you. It's going to make your world feel completely different. When we can come to a place where we're at peace with why things have happened and how they triggered us, or whatever it was that helped you get to the place where you feel like you can protect yourself, you've got healthy boundaries, everything in your world shifts. Work gets better, relationships get better. Just everything in general feels easier. All right, and then with the Ace of Wands and the Justice card, we have, look at that, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. You guys have had some of the best readings, I'm telling you. This is incredible. So that not only shifts you out of this cycle, then the Wheel of Fortune shows up because it says you now take ownership of what you want out of your life and you're passionate about it. That creates balance, and then the universe backs it up with some kind of reward. It could be a sense of peace. It could also be an increase in your finances because you feel much better, which puts you in a place where you can show up the way you want to with your work. It feels really good. Some of you could be also, I feel money. So some of you could be ending up with, it could be, I don't want to say it's like a windfall necessarily. Let's just say the wheel is turning in your favor. So money is going to start flowing a lot better. And that's because your energy is shifted and you've closed out this amazing cycle. And I say amazing because everything is a lesson, and as hard as they can be, afterwards, when we get to the other side of it, the things that start to happen show up, and it's just a reminder that, wow, we got through this and look how great things are starting to look. All right, so then the Three of Swords was on the bottom. So let's touch on this for a second. There might have been a situation where you felt really heartbroken. If you've just recently come out of a relationship where there was a third party or you had dealt with that in the past, this is saying that there's some healing that might still need to be done, and that's okay. We're always healing from different things and experiences that we have in life. So you could be in a place where you're shifting out of that hurt and that pain, and that's when better things start to show up, better relationships, good finances, stuff like that. All right, so let's look at the Queen of Wands with the Ten of Swords. This is for Pisces. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Five of Swords in reverse. And then at the bottom is the Lovers in reverse. So if there's a sense of not being able to push forward for any reason, I feel like you're going to see in your current energy that some of that may drip into the near future. It doesn't mean that you can't move forward. It doesn't mean that the opportunities are not going to show up because the Wheel of Fortune says they are. It just means there's a part of you that may still feel like, I'm not sure if I can take that chance. So I think there's an indication of staying strong, knowing that you are capable and able to take steps forward to make things better or to have a new opportunity. That maybe there was a situation that was missed, or you feel like you missed an opportunity and that's creating some kind of sadness. But Spirit's just wanting to focus on the fact that they want you to stay confident and sure of yourself, because even if something has passed you by, it's usually because it's not meant for you. So don't think, I don't ever want anybody to be in a place where they think that they're going to miss something because of something they did. If something's meant for you, it's going to be yours. And when an opportunity is missed, that's a blessing in disguise. So if anything has just recently happened, or it does in the near future, hopefully you'll hear this and recognize when it happens that it wasn't meant for you, and that it's okay. Yes, it can be hurtful at the time, or you can feel like, oh God, I really wanted that. That just means there's something better for you on the other side of it. All right, so let's look at, here, let me get the Ten of Swords with the Tower in reverse and the Five of Wands. I feel like this is you also seeing where things have been difficult and had to come apart, that it's because it was lessening the amount of drama or arguing or fighting that was in your life. So again, it's that blessing in disguise. It's to help relieve you of those feelings and help you get to a place where you can heal beyond wherever you felt like something has not gone in the direction that you wanted it to. All right, so I'm going to clear this energy and we'll get into your person's and yours. So think about that person for just a moment while I clear this, and we'll see what's going on for the two of you. Now, it could be somebody from the past that pops up, or it could be somebody you're currently dating. All right, so this is for Pisces and their person. All right. Oops. So we have the Five of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. And then your energy is the Seven of Cups in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Fool. So the energy immediately is saying, it's actually, I feel like a question. Can you take a leap of faith? Now, your person has got something going on. I feel like when this shows up in your person's energy, it's saying that they have some internal conflicts. It's not necessarily that they are someone who likes to argue, but you could have experienced that, or you are experiencing now that energy from them. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse just means somebody's not feeling very stable in the way that they are moving forward. So you could feel like this person is holding back. With the Six of Swords, I feel like they just want to get to a place where things are peaceful, because there's a sense of not being happy. I feel like they don't think they can fulfill you. That's their problem, not yours. I know one of the things that pops up in a lot of relationships, when somebody doesn't feel good enough for another person, they'll project that onto the other person as if it's their fault, that they don't feel good enough, or that they're not going to be able to show up the way that the other person does. That's someone who wants to bring you down. And if that's what you're experiencing with this person, they've got to deal with their own stuff before they can show up properly for you. All right, and then your energy with the Seven of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the Nine of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Wands. Immediately, this is that energy of, we talk about the Nine of Wands being the wounded warrior. So a part of you is coming out of that place of confusion. It's like, I understand where I didn't pay attention to my intuition at some points, because we all do that. All of us can have a feeling about someone or a situation, and we just go, maybe it's going to be a little bit different. But then you're on the other side saying, you know what, I've learned these lessons, and that's cool. So I think there's going to be a lot of movement and energy of wanting to either communicate, or maybe you need to explain to this person that you've been through enough so that they have an understanding. If this is somebody from your past, they're holding back. And I think there's a part of you that might just want to push forward because you've been through enough. If you're currently with this person, I can see where you'd want to communicate and explain to them what you've already maybe been through when you get close enough, or if you are close now, just to open up the lines of communication and take a chance and see if you can work through whatever it is that seems to be an issue, or if they have something that they need to get off their chest in order to make the relationship push forward. Okay, so I'm going to get the romance angels for you. This is for Pisces. Okay, so we have very soon, calling in your soulmate, new love, and forgiving and learning. Important message there. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So if you guys don't want somebody from the past, I completely understand. Right now, their energy is not quite as stable as I think it should be. They may be just a little bit too defensive if they were to come in and try to talk. And I'm not sure that you'd be really open to that. Maybe you'll have to decide for your situation. Now it says very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. For those of you who had somebody from the past that might try to appear again, you're the ones I feel might be looking for new love or already in a new love situation. And then it says forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. That's exactly what we were talking about. Situations that may have been triggers for you in your relationships might have come from past wounds, childhood wounds, and realizing that how that shows up in your actual adult relationships, and then going back and healing those things so that you can move forward and heal a relationship. Now, sometimes people can't make it work and they're not meant to. So this could be that you've learned that lesson, and now with somebody new, you're going to treat the situation a little bit different. View it from a different perspective. And then we said on the bottom there was reconciliation. Like I said, for some of you, you may not want to have this person come back. All right, so let's get a basic outcome for you guys and see what the energy is. This is for Pisces. All right. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, releasing anybody, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Four of Swords, yep, intuition and judgment. And then we have the Two of Wands, wanting to see what the future is going to look like, trusting that it's going to be what you have now created in your life. So what you want it to look like moving forward. Is there a possibility for a future? Absolutely. If somebody has come to a place where they can get their shit together and they're not pulling any kinds of, games or like lying about silly things where it created problems. It could have actually created problems within your work life. So it's just saying that if they can come to a place where they can shift and turn things, then there's a possibility things can work out. The Four of Swords is all about that thinking energy. So going within, trusting your intuition, and knowing what it is that you want with the Judgment card is what's going to be most important. And if you feel the two of you can work it out, fantastic. If you're in a current relationship, this could be just having that really big conversation. But most importantly, it's for the two of you to figure out, can this be a happy situation? And I do believe intuition is going to be important on both your parts. Okay, so let's get the Lovers Oracle. Ooh, all right, these two popped out. So let's see. We have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. There you go. That was perfect. And then sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And the last one is close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. Yes, you do. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. That's beautiful. All right, so last, let's get a couple messages from Spirit with the wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so we have higher power. You've got somebody surrounding you that's looking out for you. Loyal heart. Orphaned, like we talked about, that comes out when people feel that way about their childhood. Flexible. And then we have community. I feel like the community card is talking about getting out. Maybe you need to spend a little bit more time interacting if you've been closed up for a long time or you work from home, just to get out and spend some time in the fresh air if you can. Higher power. So this to me says there is somebody looking out, and just to have faith that they're there with you all the time. And then we have the loyal heart. This also reduces to an 8, which is what community reduces to. So that's infinity, right? I feel like this is you. I think you have a very loyal heart, and when things are right, things are right. And that's how you want to feel in a relationship. And then orphaned is you have 5. So big changes, not feeling as though somebody's going to just not be there. And both people could feel that way if they've had parents that either were not present, or you had narcissists or something of that sort. You can feel like you were abandoned by the people who were supposed to nurture you the most. And then we have flexible. Flexible is a 19, which reduces to a 10, and that is all about the new beginnings and opening up to how things can shift and change, and knowing that they can always shift in a better direction. So this was really beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped. Thank you so much again for all of your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Again, if you'd like a personal, that's in the description box. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.